Hi again, this is Jamie, owner and head coach over at Gold's Gym Singapore on Frankel Avenue. Today's video is about bumping it up an extra notch. And again, just a little bit of a recap. When we were doing the first video, we were talking about building your absolute strength using common household items as forms of resistance. Now, as your muscles get stronger, they are better able to perform any exercise that you throw at it. The second video, we were starting to add a conditioning element to the exercise by not having so much rest periods between exercises and sets, but by doing a circuit. Now, a circuit means we just were using our body weight. We were doing a series of exercises one after another with no rest, and then resting at the end. So we were starting to build a cardiovascular element into it. Which is great when you start off on a fitness journey. Is just to start incrementally building on your abilities. So from absolute strength to body weight strength with the conditioning element, which leads us to today's exercise, which is the third exercise video in this series. And this is ultimately a conditioning exercise. Of course, for running and walking, some of the best forms of conditioning is to actually go out and run and walk. So if you want to run a 5K at a certain speed, say 25 minutes, the best thing you do is you go out and run a 5K, and maybe it takes you 40 minutes. Then you try to bump that down to 35, 30, and then eventually maybe get to your goal of 25. So training is meant to support and the exercises that we've done already are meant to support your endeavor for walking or running. And the last one is no different. And it is a form of high intensity interval training like we did in the last video. But this one's a little bit different because we're going to use a highly structured form of HIIT called Tabata. Now, I'm sure some of you have probably heard of this. And it's a form of HIIT that was developed in Japan after many scientific studies about trying to figure out what the optimal timing is for a interval training in terms of adaptations and getting you stronger, faster, better. Now, the biggest difference between a Tabata interval and a normal interval is a Tabata is going to use only one exercise. So every Tabata is only one exercise. You never switch exercises. So one Tabata, one exercise, all right? Now that being said, you can string together multiple Tabatas, right? So most of the time we will use body weight exercises, but there is no reason why you can't also use lightly weighted or resistance training exercises as well. So Tabata works on this interval of 20 seconds of all-out effort, interspersed by 10 seconds of rest. And you do this for 8 rounds. Now, if you're good at math and you do 8 times 20 and 8 times 10, you'll realize that every Tabata is exactly 4 minutes of exercise, right? So for those of you who have a decent level of strength and conditioning, and maybe you've been building that up over the last few weeks while we're on circuit breaker, Tabata can really push you to the next level. Because it's going to it's going to stress one specific movement, one specific muscle group, and you're just going to go all out on that exercise for the 4 minutes of the interval. So for example, you can use any body weight exercise. Of course, I would recommend starting off with maybe trying to do it with the body weight squat, but you can do it with push-ups, with the alternating lunges. You could do it with the high knees, you could do it with jumping jacks, you could do it with mountain climbers, you can do it with basically any exercise. Now, of course, because we are training for walking and running at a distance, I would like it to focus, and I think it's probably better that we focus it on the lower body. So we are going to use, as an example, when I demonstrate, we will use a squat. Now a squat, as we've gone through several times, as you know, is that position. If that's kind of, you want to really, really challenge yourself in a Tabata, you can actually bump it up to what's called a jump squat. jump squat is just basically a squat where you pop up off the ground, building strength and power in your lower body. Now, I warn you though, if you are going to try a jump squat Tabata, be prepared for the most heart-pumping, lactic acid building, muscle burning, out-of-breath experience you can have. That being said, we'll dial it back a bit just to make it a little bit easier, and we'll go with a body weight squat. Now, obviously, when you're going all-out effort and 10 seconds rest, you do not have time to look at a clock or a count in your head. I mean, ideally, if you're working out with me as a trainer, then I'm going to do the timing for you, telling you when to exercise and when to rest. But if you don't do that, go ahead and go onto any app store and look for a Tabata timer. So a Tabata timer will have 20 seconds timed of exercise interspersed with 10 seconds of rest, and usually a very loud verbal cue in order to exercise or rest. Now, it's very important as the Tabata goes, because you're going to do 8 times, right? And that 20 seconds of effort is got to be all out. You want to try to push yourself and count how many reps you do in that 20 seconds. And then to progress, you just try to do more reps per 20 seconds, right? So let's just say you do it the first time and you do, in that 20 seconds, you only manage 8 reps. Okay, good. So you rest your 10 seconds and then you keep trying to hit that 8 reps. Hopefully it's a bit more, but if it's not, that's okay. You know, and as time goes by, you want to, as you keep doing it, Tabata, you want it to increase the amount of reps. So you're getting faster and stronger during the Tabata itself. So best way to do this, to time it, is actually to take out your phone and get an app. Now I use one called Tabata Timer. It's very simple. You just push start or play, and it just starts the interval, starting off with a 10-second rest period for you to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and use an app and time it so that I can focus on just the exercise, right? So just as a quick demonstration, I will do a full Tabata with the body weight squat. And then if I can still speak after that, then I'll go through some other things that you can think about and look at doing. Remember, this is the ultimate, in my opinion, the ultimate conditioning workout, where we are harnessing the strength that you've built in the absolute strength program, harnessing the strength that you've built in this circuit program, and pushing that conditioning to the next level using this interval scheme. All right, so I'm going to use a body weight squat. Feel free to follow along and do your best to follow this timing. All right, so I hope you're ready. More importantly, I hope I'm ready. And let's begin a body weight squat Tabata, and go.
Starting your Tabata workout. Get ready. Exercise.
Okay, 20 seconds, 1. Just keep doing those body weight squats. Remember your 4, hips back, knees out, hips back, knees out, hips back, knees out. You're just going all out for those 20 seconds. Now, first one is really easy. And here we are, 20 seconds is almost over, 10 seconds rest. So just rest, shake it out a bit, and rest, and here we go. We're ready to go again, next 20 seconds, and go. Okay, keep going, 3, keep going. Okay, fast as you can, keeping good form. Start to feel the burn in the thighs, maybe in the butt. Okay, here we go, coming down again. And we rest. So now we have another 10 seconds of rest. And we're gonna hit the third interval. Here we go, 10 seconds rest is over. Go, 1. Okay, keep going, keep going. Okay, this is just round 3. We got 5 more rounds to go. Now what's to remember about a Tabata is you can do anything for 20 seconds. Anything, 20 seconds only.
Exercise.
And here we go, round 4. Okay, keep going. Just keep pushing that out. Push it out, breathe deeply. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep going, feel that going. Here we go. And rest, okay? During your rest interval, try to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Calm your heart rate down. 10 seconds is over, ready, go. This is round 5, we're more than halfway there. Okay, keep going. You should be feeling that by now. Maybe you've already given up. And rest, 10 seconds rest. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And 2, 1, and ready, exercise. This is round 6. Keep that form. Now is when you're tired, the form starts to break down. Keep it going, keep it going. If you need to, slow down. Doesn't matter, 100% effort. Rest, 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 okay? You can see at the end of the 6th interval,
Exercise.
we start to get a little bit winded. So we just keep going now. Remember, it's mind over matter. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. And we're almost ready to rest. Okay, last one, 20 seconds left. Only 20 seconds of exercise, only 20 seconds of exercise. Here we go, and go. Here we go. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, that last 10 seconds of rest. 3, 1, victory. So that's it. So that is a Tabata.
Workout. You spent 4 minutes 7 seconds exercising.
So you can hear the app keeps going. Okay, let me catch my breath here for a sec. So that is a Tabata. So we did that with a body weight squat. You see, you just maintained a very good effort, a very good pace for 20 seconds. 10 seconds to breathe and shake it off, and then continue. Now, why this works? Well, you'd have to read the scientific journals to find out. But it does work. So you can use this, again, for any exercise. Body weight squats are a good place to start, but you could also use more cardio things like jumping jacks, the high knees, any exercise you want. Just get the heart pumping for that 20 seconds. Try to rest for the 10. Back to the 20 seconds. So that only takes 4 minutes. Mind you, it's probably one of the most painful 4 minutes of your life that you've ever had. And a lot of people, it's funny enough, a lot of people in the gym always complain about planks, right? So for those of you who don't think a minute is a long time, you should try a plank. For those of you who don't think 4 minutes of exercise is enough, try a Tabata. And if you want to even do more with Tabata, you just string together 2 or 3. So like, for example, we just did a lower body. Maybe I would do another Tabata with an upper body, like say push-ups, or burpees, or mountain climbers, and then just continue the pattern. So if you were to do 4 Tabatas, guaranteed, or 3 Tabatas even, 3 Tabatas with rest periods between Tabatas, 15 to 20 minutes, you just had the ultimate full body cardio, strength, and endurance workout, okay? Hopefully you enjoyed. All right, that's very tiring. Okay, good. So, thank you very much for your time. This is probably the shortest video, and definitely probably the most hardest to do from my side. But again, remember, if you have any questions about the format of the Tabata, if you have any questions about circuits, any questions about strength building, feel free to go ahead and drop us a comment, drop us a question over on social media, and we will be happy to help you out and answer all of your questions. So good luck everybody with the Circuit Breaker Virtual Run 2020. Hope to see you all online, getting in that 5K, getting in that 10K, keeping active, and looking forward to, of course, going outside once again. Thank you very much. My name is Jamie. Have a great day. Bye-bye.